Well, day four. I've had a crazy day, so I'm going to get away from the more practical, applicable stuff just today and talk a little bit about theory. So you may have heard the term holistic medicine. And I just want to have a little conversation about what is holism. Holism is a deceptively simple concept. The idea that the human body is a whole, not a series of parts strung together. So when I was studying Western medicine, years of pre-med, I thought of the human body in some sense as a whole, but we learned it in parts, right? You learn how the nervous system functions, and then you learn how the heart functions, and you learn how the liver functions, right? In these separate, discrete parts. And what that doesn't necessarily acknowledge or connect to is the wholeness of the human body. And you can kind of piece together a wholeness, but then the wholeness becomes an emergent property, not what it is in and of itself. So if you look at how blood gets filtered, even from a reductionist or non-holistic perspective, you have to talk about the kidneys and the liver and the lungs. If you talk about how the blood gets fed, you have to talk about the lungs and the intestines and the liver. So there's all these, and bones, definitely, and every endocrine gland. So if you look at all these parts separately, you miss something about what blood is, because it is all of these things strung together, but it is more than that in that it is a whole. And that whole is a reduced part of the complete whole. So to talk about blood without talking about the liver starts to seem ridiculous when you start to really look into it deeper. From the Chinese medicine perspective, we go even farther, right? To talk about, well, some do. Some are physicalists in their Chinese medical practice. But the traditional system includes therapies for the mind, body, and spirit as one continuous function, right? There is no distinction between mind and spirit, between mind and body, between body and spirit, because it is a continuous function of the human. Yeah, I think that's the core of it. If I wasn't clear about anything, if you want more details, if you want to refute my point or pick my brain, I'm happy to talk about it in the comments on YouTube or on Facebook. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.